If you have the Sunday scaries every day of the week, it might be time to move on.
The Monday through Friday scaries.
The week-long scaries.
Yeah.
Welcome to Job Search Stories.
So how old were you when you applied for your first job?
So Gina, let me set the stage. It's 2001.
Okay, I was in kindergarten. Cool.
I was 18 years old, in high school, about to graduate. My parents didn't want me to work in school because I was supposed to focus on academics.
Love that for them.
And I actually went to this recruiting center for a local grocery store because my sister was applying for a job.
Okay.
And so I was there and I was like, oh, I guess I'll apply too.
I worked at multiple places as a teen. My mom was like, if you want lunch money, go get a job. So I applied on line of retailers. I just went to their website and at the bottom it's careers. And I applied for a job.
Well, I'm just curious, how do you think it's really changed in terms of job searching now from job searching way back when?
I don't know if it's changed too much. Job searching has always been a little inconvenient, but it's because that whole auditioning thing, you're literally trying to prove your worth to some random person because you need money. You need to pay your bills. So I think it hasn't changed enough.
So, Gina, we've gained a lot of perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Helping job seekers, creating different resources. I'd like to say we know a lot now.
We know so much.
Definitely more than what we knew then. What would you say is something that you wish you had known before you started out your first job search?
I wish I just kind of knew more that they really are trying to gauge what your strengths are and what you could bring to the team that already exists.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one thing is you're also hiring people that you kind of can mesh with and you can get along with. And I feel that's a huge part of it.
The ability to come into a situation to learn and then always want to kind of do more or improve or use your personal strengths in a different way.
Yeah.
That's really valuable.
If you could give advice to your past self to make the job hunt a little easier, what do you think you would tell yourself?
I actually have the luxury of telling people all the time, starting with people you know and your network. Where have you interned in the past? Where do people really know you?
Yeah.
So if you can connect with people and have that personal connection, it makes everything so much easier, right?
Yeah.
It makes expressing the interest in wanting a job easier, makes interviewing easier because you've got that rapport already.
Yeah.
So just definitely start locally, start with the places and the people you know, and then start kind of expanding outward.
If you're really invested in your future and your career and you're a college student, make friends with the people who work in university hiring and put together those college job fairs and stuff because they're
people like me. I want to be your friend.
Literally,
I wanted to be your friend.
Be friendly with those people because I feel that's how I got a leg up. I was just always hey, how's it going? Any cool jobs?
And they know.
They know.
And they know.
It's their
and
job.
There's always employers coming to campus and they always want to know who are the good students.
Yeah.
They want you to make their lives easier. So being able to be that person who's in the career services office, they want to talk to you.
One thing that would probably be helpful to our viewers is to know if there's warning signs that it's time to move on from your first job. Do you have any?
Absolutely. I would say if you have the Sunday scaries every day of the week, it might be time to move on.
The Monday through Friday scaries.
The week-long scaries.
Yeah.
A little bit of Sunday scaries are natural, right?
Because you just had fun on the weekend and now you have to go punch numbers or do something you don't want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're dreading going to work, it might be time to move on. If you find that you're in a toxic work environment, you got to kind of outweigh okay, how beneficial is it for me to stay here?
I think that both of our parents' generations were probably the people who were you're supposed to be miserable at work.
Stick it out.
You're not even supposed to have a good time. So some people don't have the luxury of doing this. But it's no, you really should find something that makes you makes work a little more bearable and you're not very miserable. If you found any of this advice helpful, please make sure to subscribe, rate the podcast, leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.